Hello, my name is Matthew Steinke and I review films because that's what I do best. Today I will be reviewing The Peanut Butter Falcon. This film is directed by Tyler Nilson and Michael Schwartz and stars Shia LaBeouf, Zach Gottsagen, and Dakota Johnson. The film revolves around Zach, a 22-year-old man with Down syndrome who escapes the retirement home that he lives at and meets Tyler. Along the way, both of them learn things about themselves and each other that neither of them ever knew. Let's start off with the positives. The performances in this film are spectacular. Shia LaBeouf gives the best performance of his career, giving Tyler heart and depth. Dakota Johnson is fantastic as well. The arc that her character goes through, she plays so beautifully and realistically. But the real standout amongst the three of them is Zach Gottsagen, who is truly marvelous in this film. His performance shows such charisma and such charm and such realism that it's just fantastic. And he's so great as the lead, and he just captures your eyes every moment he's on screen. Plus, he's hilariously funny in the film. And the three of them are spellbinding. They work so well together, and you believe the chemistry that's between them. You believe that they're all a family, and it's just truly fantastic. But actors are only as good as the script that they're given, and thank goodness that this script is fantastic. It treats its characters with such respect and dignity that you just have to look at it and offer it the same. It never talks down to its characters. It never treats them other than anything but humans. These are real people that made mistakes and have to live with their mistakes. And the way that it showcases that through its plot and through its dialogue and through the changes that the characters go through is simply fantastic. It's marvelous and it's captivating. If you want to see a film with a good screenplay, this is the film, because this film's screenplay is amazing and I'd like to get my hands on it. I mean, every single scene that all three of these characters are in is just amazing. It's truly amazing. This is one of the best films I've seen all year, with some of the best acting I've seen all year, and with some of the best writing I've seen all year. And those positives were pretty strong, but with positives comes the yin and yang, which is the negatives. And luckily there are only a few, and they're not that big. The pacing is a little bit slow. In the beginning, it kind of drags on a bit and then gets super fast. The characterization, I understand, has to be in the beginning. You have to set up your characters, you have to set up small bits of their backstory, and you have to set up the plot, all while keeping it entertaining. And the film starts off a little bit slow with its characterization, and then it just kicks into gear, and it starts going and going and going. But let me tell you something, luckily, past the first 20 minutes, this film really grabs onto you and doesn't let go. With the pacing comes the plot, because the only thing you can pace in a movie is the plot itself. And the plot at sometimes feels a little bit too fantastical. The rest of the film portrays its characters in the real world. The harassment that Zach faces is so realistic, and the guilt that both Tyler and Dakota Johnson's character share in this film, their regret for past mistakes that they've had, is so realistic as well. And the film offers a couple of scenes that just feel like they don't take place in the same realistic world that the film has offered. And yes, I understand that those films are heartwarming and you have a huge grin on your face while they're going on, but they feel a bit unrealistic in such a realistic movie. But like I said, the positives are so strong and the negatives are so few that the mistakes get completely engulfed by what the message of the film really is. Now, I'd like to read word for word my conclusion because it sums up perfectly how I feel about this film. I walked into this film not expecting much. A Shia LaBeouf film that has played at a couple of festivals. I just assumed it got good reviews because of its subject matter and because it was a feel-good movie. How delightfully wrong I was. Just like some of the characters in this film, I judged it too quickly. This film is truly beautiful and is breathtakingly heartfelt. The scenes it showcases are filled to the brim with loving emotions, and the care that this film was made with drips and seeps out of the corners of the frame in every single scene. I haven't gotten chills in a long time sitting in the theaters, but certain sequences gave me chills throughout my whole body, and the theater wasn't even that cold. The scenes without dialogue are utterly gorgeous, saying so much without saying anything at all. The emotion showcased through simple facial expressions and body movement is better than any other acting I've seen all year. I just talked about in my last review how I thought cinema was lacking emotion. How cinema had gone off its path and now we relied more on money than showcasing real human emotions. How disappointed I was. I went on and on and on. How emotions were gone for film and how they'd never come back. They did today. They came back. And I wasn't prepared for it. I love it when I leave the theater feeling better than I did upon going in, and today I did. This film, to me, represents two things. One, it represents the love and contentment that comes when surrounding yourself with people who support and accept you. And two, it represents how cinema is thriving nowadays. No matter how many bad films I watch, no matter how many times I leave the theater feeling disappointed or sad or angry, thinking no one will ever make a film with emotion again, a small gem like this film comes along and makes me feel good about the state of cinema. And it makes me remember that watching a movie like this is worth sitting through all the bad movies of the year. Because ultimately, cinema is about showcasing emotion. And this film does so brilliantly. This film can easily be judged, and I was a part of the problem at first, but once you get past your initial thoughts, this film, The Peanut Butter Falcon, is truly an example of why I go to the movies. I will rate The Peanut Butter Falcon a 4.7 out of 5. Guys, please go check out this film. I know some of you will have the exact same reaction at me at first, but please get past your initial thoughts and just watch this film. There is so much in it, and there's so much subtext that is gorgeous. It is truly worth your time, and it's worth everyone's time. Please go check it out, because I feel like this film needs you, and it deserves it as well. It deserves your attention, because it's truly fantastic, and it's one of the best films of the year so far. As always, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe and post the movies you want me to review down in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching.